Welcome everybody to the Krogg and Qwerty Show's Under Fire Reviews. Today we are reviewing Battlefield 5, a game that came out a couple years ago or so. And
last year, I think.
uh,
Was it last year? Oh, last
I think it was 2 years
fall
ago.
or 2 falls ago. Yeah.
2 falls ago.
Yep. 2 falls ago.
So thanks for not correcting me. And so we're doing Battlefield 5. And it's just a game that when I first played it, I'm like, this is next gen. This is next gen. I'm like, great. So
amazing.
here we go. We got a little Battlefield here. And we got our 4 categories. All out of 5. Me and Krogg are going to say our numbers. We mix those together, and then we average everything out into a star rating for you all, so you guys don't have to think about it too hard. Just like, okay, I don't want to play a 3 game. But if it's a 4.5,
Yeah.
I want to play that game. All right, here we go. So we got our first thing is gameplay. All right, and on gameplay, I have right off the bat, I noticed the guns, the gameplay of the guns. There's a lot of drop to them. It's a very challenging system, but very rewarding. If you just lob a bullet out there and just tink and it hits them right in the head, like it feels great. So that was a big thing for me. And then, obviously you got the tanks, the planes, and then, just all different guns. And then the main thing,
like every game with the guns.
And then the main thing was like when you start like game, by the end of it, the map looks totally different because like the actual blowing up of buildings and stuff is great. Like you just put a rocket launcher, it goes like right into the side of a building. It doesn't blow up the whole building. It just takes out a piece of the wall. And then you have to hit another spot and it takes another piece of the wall. And just like the first time you do that, and then like other bombs are blowing up and you see other walls falling, and then you shoot a rocket and like blow the ground out from underneath the guy and he falls to his death and stuff, like just stuff like that.
Yeah. Or you can be like me. I'm a sniper. I take an RPG and blow a hole through the wall so I can snipe.
Yes, that too. That works too. So yeah, I don't know if you had any like insight on the gameplay, Krogg?
Mainly, I mean, I would say if you're a sniper, this is one of the top tier sniping games.
Very gratifying one. It's tough, but it's very gratifying.
Especially, when you can get those long distance headshots and you just know you had to get that right at the specific spot because of bullet drop and velocity and stuff.
Right. And I will say it does make a big difference in this game compared to SMG, to assault rifle, to sniper rifle, compared to like Call of Duty or something like that. It doesn't matter what you have, you can shoot across the map with a freaking P90, which is just like, okay.
A pistol and get somebody,
right,
not
exactly.
in this game.
Yeah, this
game, when you're shooting a pistol against somebody with a machine gun, it feels like you're bringing a knife to that gunplay.
All right, so Krogg, what is your score?
I would have to give it a 5.
I just
enjoyed
5
the
as well.
Gameplay so much. Yeah, the gameplay was.
I think it's just like I said, when I first played, I'm like, this is next gen, and then Call of Duty kind of let me down. Didn't really feel next gen-y. It felt like the same Call of Duty I've been playing. I don't understand it, but whatever.
Yep.
It's not my game.
We'll do one on that.
I don't have to live with it. All right, so
coming up here.
Yeah, right. All right, so the next thing we got here is play value. Whoa! All right, Battlefield play value. I got it
about $60.
Right? Is it still 60? Probably.
I think it's still full price.
It's a good solid game. But as you can see there, I got a picture of like their weekly debriefs. So they're constantly adding content. So that's always good.
They have a battle royale as well, which is kind of fun.
Yep. They put a battle royale in there, so they're constantly adding to the game. And then obviously, like my main like fight for the play value is it's endless technically, just because it's online playing against other people, and they keep adding maps, they keep adding different characters and stuff. They just keep adding to it, so it's I don't see it stopping.
They do have a ranking system, but I wish that would be a little more elaborate.
Right.
But other than that, like I have to give it a 5 for this category as well.
Yeah, I give it a 5 as well, just because like anytime you feel like you want a full battle simulation, like it's one thing to go Call of Duty and just sit in the corner and you pick your shots or whatever, but when you just want to go and not give an F, you just want to run in there, say fuck it, and just just go ham.
Oh, yeah,
it's very gratifying because it can be fun even dying in that game. Like if you're just constantly just charging them and just like trying to see what you can do, like it's just so it's great.
Yeah.
Which will bring us to the next one, environment, but we'll get to that. I gave it a 5 as well on play value, so that's good. And going right into environment, so that plays into that where it's like the destruction of buildings and all the bombs blowing up, and it's like the other games you see it and like a bomb blows up and you see like a couple little fragments and maybe a little bit of particles that are supposed to be fire, I guess, but it doesn't actually look like it. In this game, it's like the bomb goes off next to you, you're gonna notice. Like there's no doubt about it. It goes up behind you.
Moments like in the beginning of a round when everybody, half the team gets into tanks and planes, and then the other half of the team is getting into regular vehicles and just going to the points that you have to go to.
Right, and then people are running to like the sniper points and stuff.
Yeah, planes flying overhead, tanks shooting and stuff, blowing.
It's great when the planes go really low to the ground and they like the wing clips the guy and cuts him in half. Great.
And the maps are big enough too. That's my main gripe in Call of Duty. The maps were so small. What the heck?
Right.
But yeah, the maps are huge and it's a great game if you haven't tried it. So yeah, for environment, I mean, there's no other game like it environment wise, so you kind of have to give it a 5. There's no other game with destruction.
All right, so you got a 5. The one thing I didn't give it, I gave it a 4.5 because of cheaters. Because that plays into environment for me. I was gonna give it like a 4 or a 3.5 because of that, because it's really annoying. But then I'm just I'm just thinking of just what even with the cheaters, if you just block them out and just play the game for what it is and don't care about your KD and all that stuff and just enjoy it.
Yeah,
I'm like it can't take off that much, but I had to take a little off of that because that environment for us is also community, and the community seems good for the most part. Just with that plays into community for me, and it seems to be a little bit more of an issue in this game than some other ones. Like, some other ones that being cheating, but it's not as predominant.
It is 32 on 32, so sometimes you'll play against them and won't even run into them.
Right, exactly. Unless you're facing like a clan that just has shit on lockdown, where they just have tanks put in the right spots, and they're just like, that happens every now and then, but that could just be a good team too. So, all right, so it's gonna be a 4.75 average between the two of us.
There.
All right, and now we got our last one, which is gonna make or break a lot of these reviews, I think.
Pretty much.
Originality. So for me, I feel like the gunplay is original. I mean, not necessarily original, but the feel of it. And like compared to a lot of games out now, where it's just like you shoot, it's going where your crosshairs are, or like very minimal drop. And then, but in this game, it's it just feels a lot different shooting compared to what's out nowadays.
Yeah, I had to take off 0.75 for 2 different things, so I'm down to 3.5.
Okay.
One thing is a World War II game. So even though it is great, there's a shit ton of them out there. So
that's why it's a shooter. It's a World War II game.
Less for that.
Right. It's not original at all when you talk about the premise.
And then the second point is has nothing to really do with the game, but having females on the front line. I know it was a big controversy and a lot of people had. I don't really have a huge issue with it. It doesn't make the game any less playable for me. But I do have to take off some points for that because
it's not factually correct.
It's not factually correct, exactly. So
right, but I mean,
take off 0.75 for that.
I can't even factor that in because that's just all opinionated. I don't.
I figured
that's a tough one. I'm just gonna ignore it because I don't want to offend anyone. So I'm just gonna pretend you never even said it.
So you'll go that way, and I'll go the other way.
But also, the big thing here is the fact that it's a World War II simulator, basically. So
Yeah.
not new.
The best one.
Right there, I would have given it like a 1 or a 2 just because of that. But because of like the way the buildings blow up and just the whole next gen feel that it has that I haven't felt in another shooter since or before.
Yeah.
I gave it a 3. So
I gave it a 3.5.
3.5.
Yeah. In originality.
All right, I'm gonna tally this up.
That's
Any last words? You got any like stories or anything you want to tell anyone?
Oh, I don't know. I'm a sniping king in that game. If you ever catch us playing that, just watch my screen. I snipe people in the face all day long in that game. I love it. There's my story for you.
Nice. Could have made it a little longer.
Okay, well, let's see. The destructive buildings are awesome, but then they have trees. When you run them over with a freaking tank, they barrel roll. Like the whole tree will do a barrel roll. So that's interesting. And there was a couple other glitches that visually they were messed up. Like your hand would be weird on the side of a machine gun or something.
Right, I think they fixed a lot of that stuff though.
They might have fixed a bunch, yeah.
All right, so here I got the score. Krogg guessed before this it would be a 4.75. I said it'd be more like a 4.25. What do we got here? 4.5 stars. So right in the middle of what we were both thinking. So that makes sense.
Yep.
Because I was, if you've averaged the two that we thought, then it'd be about 4.5. So a really good score on it, actually. I didn't think it would get that high. I really thought it was going to be closer to 4 just because the originality aspect. But I guess if you score high on the other things, I mean, kind of averages you out. So very good.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can come out with a new Crash Bandicoot game, and if it's the best one, you're going to get points off for not being original, but you're still going to get over 4 because it's a good game. So.
Right. Very good, very good.
Definitely playable. Battlefield 5.
Yeah. If you haven't played it and you're into shooters, you're looking for a new shooter, find it on sale if you can, just because it's older, but it's actually a better game than when it released. So, a lot of content there.
Yeah,
check it out. Definitely giving it a thumbs up, a goes. Let's see you guys playing that. So, yep, that's gonna wrap this up.
Battlefield.
If you haven't yet, hit the subscription button. Give us a little sub. Give us a little support. Throw some comments in there. Let us know what you think about the reviews. Let us know if there's a game you want us to review. Any ideas you got would be great. I'm Qwerty here with Krogg, signing out. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.